Hi loves, welcome back to my channel, Budgeting with Gabby. My name is Gabby and today I want to go over my debt tracker and my sinking funds for the month of January. So I am going to use some stickers from Sarah Marie. Here are her stickers that I'm using for January. And let me just see which ones that I need to pull out. Here we go, debt tracker and sinking funds. And I'm going to use a big washi and a small washi just to make it a little more cuter and amplify my page up. So let me zoom you in just so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. And let's begin. So now that I got my big washi, I'm going to lay it down. And I'm going to lay it down like so. There we go. I really like her style this month. It's just really cute flowers. When I do create my own stickers, I kind of don't want to go with the theme of having flowers just because so many people do it. It is nice, it is cute, and it looks really fun and decorative, but I just think it's very similar. This is not to throw hate on her stickers, not at all. I love her stickers. I think they're super cool, but I'm just saying I kind of wish that she did something a little bit different than flowers, but that's okay. So I got my heading down for my debt tracker. And then I'm going to lay down the second little heading. Then I'm going to lay down this heading that she has. And this has to do with all of my debt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my debt, smallest from largest, and go from there. I'm not going to really worry about how much interest is or anything like that. I just, whatever is the smallest amount to the largest amount. So let's get started. I'm gonna kind of tilt this because it's gonna be hard for me to write, crooked. So hopefully you can still kind of see what I'm doing. So first, what I have for my debt is going to be my Target credit card. So I'm just gonna write down Target. And for this, I have a total of $90.62 that I need to pay off. It's not a big amount, just because when I went to Target one day and had to get some essential stuff, I did not have my wallet on me, I had my wallet on me, but it did not have my cards, my debit cards in them. It only had, for some reason, my Target credit card. And I guess when my wallet was in my bag, it tipped over and everything fell out, besides that one card. So I just used that to pay for some of the stuff that I needed. So now for the paid section, I'm just gonna do what my minimum payment is. So my minimum payment for this is going to be $29. I'm not going to worry about interest, and then I'm just going to take out what the ending balance is going to be. So if I use my calculator, I have $90.62. I'm going to subtract 29. So at the end of this month, I should have an ending balance of $61.62. For the month of February, that might look a little bit different just because interest will occur. I'm not too worried too much about the interest just because I don't really have to focus on that. So that's why I put a line through it. So now let's get to the next largest debt, which is going to be my phone. So I'm just gonna put AT&T. I did get the new phone. I did get the new 13 Pro Max. So it is a big hefty phone. So after returning my old phone, I do have a remaining balance of $299 and something. So I'm going to write that down, $299 and then 99 cents. So each month I'm going to be paying $8.34 after my phone gets returned in and then they swap it out. As of right now, I'm paying a big amount, which is like $38, but I'm waiting for my phone to get there. I did send it in and it's just being evaluated, and then they're going to take it off of my phone bill, and it won't happen until 2 or 3 billing cycles, but this is what I'm estimating to pay each month. I'm not worried about the interest, and so let's subtract how much that's going to be. $299.99 subtracting $8.34, giving me a leftover balance of $291.65. Not too bad. So next I'm going to do my next largest one, which is going to be my second credit card, which is going to be Journey. And for Journey, my total balance at the moment is $439.06. A minimum payment that I pay for that is going to be $25 each month. Like I said, I'm not worried about the interest, but let's subtract that from what my total balance is. So $439.06 subtracting $25. So at the end of the month, I should have a remainder balance of $414.06. So next, let's get to my next largest one. My next largest one is going to be my personal loan. So my personal loan is called Avant. I took out a $5,000 loan when I was in college at the end of my years, just because I had to pay out of pocket. I did go over in years at the college. You're supposed to do like 4 years. I did a couple years extra just because I was dealing with some family stuff and some personal stuff. And so school was very hard for me, and because I had to stay off longer, I didn't have that financial aid anymore, and I had to pay out $10,000 on my own. I was able to get $5,000 from a grant, and then I had to pay the rest on my own. So they gave me a loan of $5,600 and something. So I'm still paying this off. Right now, what my balance is, $2,240.70. So I paid over more than half of this so far, which is great, but I really want to pay this off for the year of 2020. Each month I pay $224.54. When COVID hit, I was paying like $254.84, something like that. But I was able to get this refinanced with the same company. I refinanced it, and it kind of took off some of the payments that I had to do. And so instead of paying $254.84, I'm now paying $224.54. It does make a big difference, and it actually helped me save a lot of money. So I really like that I refinanced. Okay, so now I'm not going to worry about interest, but I am going to see what my ending balance will be at the end of the month. So I have $2,240.70, subtracting $224.54. At the end of January, I should have a remainder balance of $2,016.16. So now let's get to my next large bill. Next one is going to be Platinum. So this is another credit card that I have. And what my balance is for that is $2,343.81. Each month to this one, I pay a minimum of $87. I'm not going to worry about the interest. And then I'm going to subtract how much I should have. $2,343.81, subtracting $87. So at the end of this month, I should have a remainder of $2,256.81. So I have two more things. The next thing that I'm going to focus on is going to be my car. So I'm just going to say, so let's just say car payment. My car payment is pretty hefty. It's very up there. So it's going to be $34,012.80. That's a very big debt that I'm paying, but it is what it is kind of at this moment. I decided to get this car before I started to redo this debt-free journey. I kind of stopped just because it was getting a little hectic, and then I was just kind of getting bored with it. So then I kind of stopped, which wasn't in my best interest, but I needed a car. My car broke down, and I had a lot of car troubles in the past, and I go back and forth to work, and I go back and forth to home, which is like 2 hours away. My car has broke down on me on the highway with my dog in the hot Arizona summer a couple times, and I just don't want to have to deal with that anymore. So I wanted a new car that's reliable and didn't have any problems. After really needing a nice car, I just end up getting this as my balance, and this is kind of what I'm stuck with. So each month I pay $634.40. Yes, you heard that correctly. I pay $634.40. Is that a lot? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. But like I said, it is what I'm going to pay, and it is what it is. So it's a little unfortunate, but that's just what I'm paying. $34,012.80 is what I have. If I subtract $634.40 at the end of the month, I should have a remaining balance of $33,378.40. Lastly, I have one more thing that's pretty large, and it is my student loans. So I did have financial aid, but also I was kind of someone who didn't think very wisely and took out loans even though I didn't really need to. Plus also kind of staying after college for the 4 years. I did get financial aid, but then that ended up running out, and then I was able to get an increase in my loans, so I had to take all of those out before I can get any of the grants that they were offering me. So I ended up maxing out my loans, and currently I owe a total of $55,337 even. For this, it's a little bit different. I'm not going to worry about paid, I'm not going to worry about interest, and I'm not going to worry about my ending balance. So I'm not going to worry about paying off my student loans just because I took classes last semester, and technically I'm not required to make any student loan payments until November of 2022. So because I don't have to focus on paying my student loans, I really want to target everything else. I want to target paying off my credit cards, my personal loan, and that's pretty much what I'm really trying to target. I do want to pay off my car payment eventually, but as of right now, my main focus is to pay off all of this. And so if I don't have to focus too much on paying on my student loans, I can use that extra money and pay towards those other debts. That way next year, I only have to focus on my car and my student loans. I think that's just going to work out for me, so I really want to target these and pay these off as soon as possible. Especially if I'm going to move to California where everything is so much more pricier. I don't want to have to worry about paying all of this off, my car payment and my student loans. It's too much for me to pay, if I'm being totally honest, because student loan payments are a lot. They're as much as my car payment, and to be honest, I can't really afford all of that. So let's pay off all of this, and then next year just have the car payment and student loans, and then start throwing cash at those so I can pay those off as soon as possible. So now let's tally up everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the second part of this, which is the totals. Okay, so now let's tally up everything. So let's see how much I owe in total. So if I calculate everything together, I have $90.62 for my Target card, $299.99 for my phone, $439.06 for my credit card called Journey, $2,240.70 for my personal loan, $2,343.81 for my other credit card. Then I have my car payment, $34,012.80. And then I have my student loans. I really don't want to put this number in, but I'm going to. $55,337. I'm looking at a total of $94,763.98 in debt. Oh, that's so much money. That is so much money. In college, I was like, I'm not going to take out all that money. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to finish college on time. That didn't happen. And so I had to max out my loans, and I ended up having this really high car payment, which was something that wasn't very wise of me. but I'm looking at almost $100,000 in debt. Holy crap. Okay, so let's see how much I'm paying each month towards debt. $29 for my Target card, $8.34 for my phone, $25 for my Journey credit card, $224.54 for my personal loan, $87 for my other credit card, Platinum, and then I have my car payment, so $634.40. So each month I'm looking at $1,008.28 of my money going to debt each month. I'm gonna be honest, that's a lot of money, and like I said, I want to get it down as much as possible. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pay off everything besides my car and my student loans for this month, and then once I pay all of these and do a debt snowball, I'm going to revert and then just have this and then pay whatever I have to. So let's kind of go into what a debt snowball is. A debt snowball is writing down all of your debt that you have, like I did just now. Then you write it from the smallest to the largest, and then you're going to pay it off, and then you're kind of going to track down everything. So say I pay off this Target gift card and I pay $29 each month. After I pay that off, that $29 is not going to just go away. Instead, I'm going to tack it on to the $8.34 and pay that towards my AT&T bill. This way, I'm still paying the same amount that I'm going to be paying, but now I have extra income that's paying off this AT&T phone much faster. So then once I pay off my phone and my Target, I'm going to add both of those amounts, and then I'm going to add it to my $25. And then instead of paying $25 each month, I'm going to be paying $62.34 to my Journey credit card until that's fully paid off. So you see, I'm going to be paying this, and then I'm going to add it to this one. Then I'm going to be using both of those amounts to pay this. Once this is fully paid off, I'm going to take both of those amounts and then add it to this one and then pay this off. Once this is paid off, I'm going to add all three of those amounts, add it to this payment, and then pay that. So just because I'm paying something off doesn't mean this amount is going to just vanish. It's just going to be accumulating on top of the other so that I can pay my other bills faster. As of right now, I'm looking at over $1,000 of my hard-earned money going to debt. And until I can pay off all of this besides my car and my student loans, I'm going to be paying over $1,000 for debt. I hate that I'm going to be doing that, but that's just what it is, and that's what I put myself into. I'm not going to be negative on myself, and I'm not going to down myself about doing that. These decisions I made were kind of crucial, and I had to in that moment in time. So instead of looking bad and bashing myself for it, I'm just going to, here's what it is, this is my bills, and this is what I have to do in order to become debt free. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is what I'm looking at, $94,763.98 as of January of 2022. So let's see what my ending balance is after I pay the $1,000. $61.62 plus $291.65 plus $414.06 plus $2,016.16 plus $2,256.81 plus $33,378.40 plus, I actually should have probably wrote this down, but let's see what my balance is, $55,337. So what I'm looking at after I pay off this compared to here, so this is my beginning balance, then this is what I'm paying each month, and then after that, this is what I should be looking at the end of January going into February. $93,755.70. Oh, that's so much money, but I will pay it off. My goal is to pay this I don't want to take longer than 5 years to pay off all of this. I definitely think I will be able to pay this way sooner than 5 years, but my goal is 5 years to pay off all this and be debt free. So now let's get to my sinking funds. This is going to be a little bit smaller. Let me put down the stickers for those. So I'm going to skip a line, use a small washi that she has, and then use the second small washi. I'm just going to separate it this way. Okay, so now I'm going to do my sinking funds. Pull off the sticker. For this month, you won't really see me have any sinking funds in my list just because I need to create emergency fund for myself. So sinking funds isn't very crucial for me right now. I am going to write out still what I plan to have a sinking fund for. And so let me show you what my categories are. So though, let me put down the sticker for that. And my sinking funds aren't big. I only have 3 as of right now. One being, I'm going to turn this, one being Christmas. Christmas is a big thing in my family, and I spend gifts on everybody. And so I have a couple of people in my family that I pay for. I pay for my mom, my 2 brothers, my niece and my nephew, and then I pay for my friend Summer. Sometimes I pay for my other friend Blackhawk, and then once in a while I'll pay for a couple other friends. So I pay for Christmas for a couple people. As of right now, I have $0. This month I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to add and I'm not going to subtract, so I'm just going to put a line through. And my ending balance is going to be $0. Next month, I'm not sure if I'm going to start adding to my sinking funds, but definitely in March, I will start adding to these sinking funds. Next thing I want to save for is going to be taxes. So each year I do an estimated tax where I send in money on my own, and at the end of the year, I send about $2,000. And I kind of think of it as a small savings for myself. I will talk about this a little bit more when I show you a little bit more on it. But I work for a lady named Emma, and I use a 1099 for her, so I have to take taxes out on my own. I've always been worried about having to pay out taxes and not getting any money back, but I usually have more than one job, and that the other job that I work at, I have them take out a lot of taxes for me. And that way I don't have to owe anything. But for the past few years, I've been making really good money with Emma. So I've been very nervous that I was gonna have to pay out of pocket. But that is why I started doing these estimated taxes. And surprisingly, I haven't had to pay anything out of pocket. So whatever I sent in, I honestly just got right back. I'm not gonna save anything for January. So this is gonna be the same thing. And for your taxes, for the estimated tax, you have 4 different payment vouchers, and then you just send in the money. For each payment voucher, I usually send in $500, so that gives me a total of $2,000, and that goes towards my taxes. Last thing I want to save for is California. I previously talked about me wanting to move to California, and you know, it costs money to get there. It really does. It costs money to have a place. It costs money for a down payment. It costs money just in general. Everything there is so much more pricier, but I want to move there. I think it will be beneficial for me because I'm really tired of living in Tucson. I'm really tired of living in Arizona. And to be honest, I just want a new atmosphere. I'm trying to start my clothing business. California is a great place for flea markets and to sell my stuff. So I really want to start that. So California is where I'm going to be moving to. Not exactly sure yet on the location, but California for sure. As of now, it's going to be the same. I'm not going to save anything. I don't have a beginning balance, and I won't have an ending balance. For this month, I really want to focus on just having emergency savings fund. And if you read the book by Dave Ramsey called Total Money Makeover, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks just like this. Pretty big. Looks just like this. But he talks about for the first month, you need to create a savings, an emergency savings for yourself. You need to create $1,000 of emergency savings fund. He says that you need to do that within a month, but if you have to, do it between 2 months. No longer than that. You don't pay for anything else. You don't do extra expenses. You need to focus on having your emergency savings fund of $1,000. So for the month of January, that's what I plan to do. That's why I'm not doing anything for my sinking funds. For February, depending on how much I have at the end of the month to put into that emergency savings fund, I might not do this for February. I might just do 0 and 0. And then after that, you will start seeing my sinking funds add up. But this is pretty much all I have for now. Let me zoom out and show you. So this is pretty much all I have, right? I just wrote down all my debt for January, where I'm currently at. I'm almost at 100,000 in terms of debt. I'm laughing because it's just crazy. It's just, I can't believe I put myself there, but I did. It's okay, I'm gonna pay it off. I'm showing you how much I pay, and I'm giving $1,008.28 of my hard-earned money each month to my debt. Then I'm just showing you what my end balance is, which is going to be $93,755.70 at the end of January. This amount will differ depending on my interest. I'm not going to really focus on my interest. I will just show you in February where I stand in terms of my beginning. So this 61.62 might end up being like 65 something, right? Because of the interest. That's what I have for my debt tracker, and then I wrote down my sinking funds. I only have 3 as of right now: Christmas, my taxes, and California. Just because I'm trying to save for my emergency savings fund of $1,000, I'm not going to focus on my sinking funds. I'm just going to focus putting $1,000 into my account. Once I reach $1,000, then I will focus on my sinking funds. But I just wanted to write it down to show you, as well as keep in mind that these are what my sinking funds are. As of right now, I don't plan to add anything to these sinking funds. I was thinking of maybe adding my birthday, just to do maybe a birthday trip or get a birthday tattoo, something like that. But it's not very up. It's just up in the air. It's not something that's indefinite. So this is what I have for now. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is all I have for you. This is my debt tracker. This is my sinking funds. I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope this kind of elaborated a little bit more on what a debt snowball is. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I will definitely write back to you and, you know, elaborate on anything that you're a little bit unsure of what I'm trying to say or talk about. But I think I pretty much try to make it as simple as possible, and I will definitely link the stickers down that I use, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.